In this summary video, we'll be reiterating some of the key points from our series of videos. Firstly, organisational change can occur in a number of different ways. The areas that can be changed are the structure, strategy, operational methods, technology, and culture. These organisational changes occur for the following reasons. It could be a crisis, performance gaps, new technology innovation, identification of a new market, reaction to internal and external pressures, mergers and acquisitions, change just for the sake of change to appear fresh, or planned abandonment. From the SpaceX example, we learned that by having a passionate leader with strong, clear goals, organisational change can be implemented easier. We heard that SpaceX takes the time to individually interview every person in the company to inform them of their current goals, individual position and objectives, then request their feedback and input on future goals. This excellent communication within the company leads to change being easily implemented and makes the company adapt easily to any new innovations created both internally and externally. From the Henry Ford example, we learned that innovation is a large driver for organisational change. Ford identified that their current method of manufacturing could be improved. William Clan proposed a new vision for this process, the production line. The idea was planned out internally and discussed with mechanics. It was implemented with time and became the new standard for manufacturing vehicles. This is a good example of finding performance gaps in the current model, creating a new technology, and the identification of a new market. These factors change Ford's structure, operational method, technology, and culture. We saw an interesting example of organisational change with Nokia. Initially, they implemented change poorly. They did not identify Apple as a competitor and did not see the iPhone as a major threat in the phone market that would affect business. However, as we now know, Apple became huge and iPhones dominated the market. Nokia tried to adapt to the market and poured millions into research and development of their own hardware devices. By investing so much into R&D to catch up, they dug themselves deeper into debt, only to create a mediocre product. Nokia identified that they were no longer competitive in the phone industry and successfully abandoned the market. And now they heavily focus on creating software for multiple industries.
From talking with senior engineer Mark Page, we learned about how organisational change is implemented in a real-world scenario. We learned that successfully implementing organisational change heavily depends on the workforce and the workplace culture of your organisation, and changing this can take time. We learned about some strategic management processes that can help identify where change needs to occur and how to do it smoothly. Ideally, managers can use the SWOT process to identify their business's current state, then create a new vision for the company that removes the weaknesses and improves the strengths. This new vision is implemented with the idea of active inertia, where initially the change is slowly implemented, but once it starts happening, support and embrace it until the new status quo, and repeat this process. On behalf of Team 25, we'd like to thank you for taking the time to work through our website, and we hope that you've learned a lot about organisational change along the way. Thanks very much.